Hey everybody, Dr. Phil here. So this is going to be a video on the elements of marketing strategy, planning, and competition. So let's go ahead and just jump right in. So let's define a few kind of items here, reference to what is at the core of marketing, which of course is value. So value is defined as the ratio of benefits to costs, as viewed from the eyes of the beholder, i.e., the customer, not the company, but the customer. A benefit is some type of utility that the company and its products and services will provide to the customer. And a cost may be financial. That's obviously the main one we think of. Time, how long is it going to take? Opportunity cost, what's the cost of other alternatives that we're, giving up to do this, or any other type of cost as well. So utility is the want satisfying power of a good or service. And there's four types of utility. We have form utility, we have time utility, we have place utility, and we have ownership utility. And the value proposition is the firm's communication of the unique value of its products to its customers. So let's talk a little bit more about the value chain. So the value chain serves as a means for firms to identify ways to create, communicate, and deliver more customer value within a firm. And this, of course, was created by Michael Porter in his classic book, Competitive Advantage. This is a useful approach for bringing together and understanding the concepts of customer value, satisfaction, and loyalty. Marketing planning is the ongoing process of developing and implementing market-driven strategies for an organization. The resulting document that records the marketing planning process in a useful framework is known in firms as the marketing plan. So the market-driven strategic planning often describes the process at the corporate or strategic business unit level, so sort of the very top, of marshaling the various resource and functional areas of the firm toward a central purpose around the customer. A strategic business unit, also known as an SBU, is a relatively autonomous division or organizational unit of a large company that operates independently but within the corporate umbrella, exercising control over most of the factors affecting its long-term performance. Portfolio analysis views SBUs, again, strategic business units, and sometimes even product lines, as a series of investments from which it expects maximization of returns. And a couple of examples of portfolio analysis frameworks is BCG, the Boston Consulting Group's Growth Share Matrix, and more exclusively, GE, General Electric Business Screen. So here we can see the BCG, the growth share matrix. So we've got this sort of quadrant. We've got market growth rate on the y-axis, competitive position on the x. And we can see if it's a high competitive position, high growth rate, those are our stars. If it's a high growth rate, low market position or competitive position, those are our problem children. Cash cows, low market growth, high competitive position, and then dogs are low market growth and low competitive position. Now, a firm's SBU plans all incorporate functional level plans from operations, marketing, finance, and the other operational areas. The operational level executives of each SBU are held accountable for the performance of their own SBU, their own business unit. The marketing plan is nested within the context of an overall corporate and/or business level strategic plan. Now, marketing planning obviously does not occur in a vacuum. A mission statement articulates an organization's purpose or reason for existence. Most mission statements also include a discussion of what the company would like to become in the future, which of course we call its strategic vision. Goals are general statements of what the firm wishes to accomplish in support of its mission and vision. Goals can become refined or should become refined into specific objectives. And this is where we have this term SMART objectives or SMART goals, and the acronym standing for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and of course time defined. Objectives at the corporate and SBU level provide benchmarks for assessing performance. So, what metrics are we using to assess, how did we do against our benchmarks? Now, a strategy is a comprehensive plan stating how the organization will achieve its mission and objectives. A firm's generic strategy is its overall directional strategy at the business level. And there are, of course, different types. The main three are growth, stability, and retrenchment. So think about retrenchment like digging in. Now, three primary categories of competitive strategy are low cost, differentiation, and focus. The company's core competencies are the activities the firm does well. The distinctive competencies are core competencies that are superior to competitors. And then sustainable competitive advantage are things that cannot be easily duplicated by competitors. Maybe they're very expensive, or the firm just has some sort of, natural or regional monopoly on something. Now, with respect to situation analysis, the marketing manager has to perform a complete situation analysis of the environments within which the marketing plan is being developed. And of course, we have macro level external environmental factors. So things like political, legal, and ethical, sociocultural and demographic, technological, economic, and of course, natural. So with respect to competitive environmental factors, we have to worry about the threat of new entrants, new companies coming in. What's the rivalry among existing firms? The threat of substitute products, which may be cheaper, the bargaining power of buyers, and of course the bargaining power of suppliers. And of course, this is very much out of the economics literature. With respect to internal environmental factors, we focus on the firm structure and systems. We think about the firm culture. We think about firm leadership, and we also think about firm resources. We summarize the situation analysis into what's called a SWOT analysis. That, of course, stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Now, a SWOT analysis is a convenient way to summarize key findings into a matrix of strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, as we just said. Internal analysis reveals strengths and weaknesses, so those are internal to the company. And then external analysis outside of the firm points to potential opportunities and threats. Okay, thanks for watching this video as always, and I will see you all in a future video. Take